There we are. What is that tiny tunnel they got us running out of?
I have no idea.
Yeah, they got us running out of
Not even 2 people wide.
a corner.
Oh, yes, beautiful Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We Gucci?
Yeah.
I am going to check audio real quick. Once AirPod connects.
Let's see, it says we're live.
Yo.
Do you think this is the last thing Trevor Maddich wants to talk about?
Probably.
Sam Acho, it's not an SEC school, so he don't care.
Yeah.
Zubin Mehenti, that's my guy.
Welcome to the Down East Sports College Football Show, Week 12, coming off back-to-back wins for your ECU Pirates.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are not in a parking lot, and you can see my face this week.
Let's go.
Another short and sweet show, considering our game starts in about 30 minutes. Do some quick hitters. ECU came out firing last week on Thursday night.
Yeah, never stopped either.
We were one player away from hitting the touchdown
Massive
parlay
parlay
of all time.
We're going to get a Tyler Savage touchdown tonight. Just so you watch.
Also, us being one of the final 100 people in the stadium cheering for the over was quite funny.
That was,
that was top tier.
We had
comedy.
Section 19 riled
up. But yeah, good performance. Kind of seems since Blake's taken over, we've been playing a lot better.
Oh, yeah. On both sides of the ball,
yeah.
Especially, most notably offensively, which is funny because it's our DC who stepped in as head coach.
But, I mean, Joe being on the sidelines seems to be helping.
Yeah.
But we got Tulsa at Tulsa, Oklahoma, 16-point favorite, 63.5 is the total. I don't think we're going to see an over today.
We'll get to that.
But I think not that, as we've said, as kind of the way the season's gone, none of these games are guaranteed wins, but this is an extremely winnable game.
Extremely. It's a bad team.
Against a very bad team. Are on the road. We're going to have back-to-back weeks in the Central Time Zone. But I like the Pirates big for what it's worth today.
I think so too.
I just I don't think Tulsa's a very good program.
Let's see. In the last 3 games each team has played, ECU has the 7th most yards per game in the country at 483. And Tulsa in that same 3-game stretch is averaging about 365 a game. This is the kicker. Tulsa giving up the 5th most opponent yards per game in that same 3-game stretch at 493. We might be looking at a 500 total yard kind of game for the Pirates. ECU's given up 413 in that stretch. We seem to be hitting our stride. Tulsa just got their asses handed to them by a very bad UAB team.
Yeah.
I think we're going to jump out early and not really stop because that's kind of been the MO of this team since Blake Harrell's taking control. Is that we might get up by a lot, but we're not going to stop either.
No.
So.
Yeah, I definitely think Foot's going to be on the gas early. I'd honestly, piece of advice, I'd take ECU first half spread.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'd hammer that.
What's that number at? Do you know?
It'd probably be 8. I can go look real quick. But
9.5.
For the first half.
Still, yeah.
I'd still hammer that. I don't know. I don't think the over is going to hit, but I like a 42-10 final.
Yeah. I think the over is going to hit. So give me like a 52-17 is kind of where I'm thinking. I think it's going to be a lot of points. And I think we'll give up some just late, meatless touchdowns.
Kind of like last week.
Yeah. But I think this over hits. I don't care that the number is at 63.5. I'll mention that again when we get to a later segment.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a lot of points.
Matt?
Score prediction.
I think I'm with Jake. I think the under is going to hit. I think it's going to be in that ballpark of 35-7, 42-10, 42-14.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be in that ballpark, but stay on well under that 63.5 number.
My thinking is it's a Thursday night road game in different time zone, whatever. It is a very, very dull atmosphere that they're going to be having at Tulsa.
Yeah.
No one's going to be there because they're already not showing up anyways. What makes them want to go to a Thursday night game? I think us, because of Tulsa's dull home atmosphere, plus we're going to be bowl eligible if we win this game. Plus just the way we've been with Harold stepping in as coach and just all of that considered, I think we're going to be able to create our own environment a little bit and create our own juice. And so I think that our boys are going to be fired up whether Tulsa is or not. So,
yeah.
I think we're going to
Definitely. I
step
didn't
on
even
their
think about
throats.
that point, the fact that we will be bowl eligible if we win tonight.
This would be win number 6 if we do what we need to do tonight. Do what we should do tonight.
Yeah. Also, just now realizing I did not prepare real or fake at all, so I'm just going to spit this off the dome.
Here we go.
Georgia, real or fake?
Are they a good team? Yes. Are they a very good team? Yes. Will they make the playoff? Probably.
It's in the air right now.
Know. The thing is, I mean, don't they have the number 1 strength of schedule in the country?
Yeah.
That's going to do numbers for them just with that 3-letter patch on their jerseys.
No, they got to win this weekend.
Exactly. This weekend will tell me everything we need to know about Georgia. But for now, it's hard for me to say fake.
Can we throw Miami in the fake category finally?
They're fake as hell. I've been waiting on that one. I was going to throw that one at you if you didn't come up with it because
BYU, 2 nail biters in a row. We'll talk about that game a little bit later, but I think BYU's fake.
See, I
think if they run into Colorado, they're in trouble.
I think if you were to pick a real team between them or Indiana, I'd say Indiana's the real team. BYU's the fake team. They're both. I mean, we've seen what both of them have done this season. They've had great seasons. Indiana's beating the hell out of everyone they're playing.
Yeah.
Aside from the one not great game against Michigan, but still handled business. BYU, we saw on Friday, that was kind of just how they've been rolling lately, skirting past teams, barely making it out of games with wins. They're still winning football games, obviously, but I just think Indiana, out of those two, has been a more dominant team. Are they the number 5 team in the country? I don't think so. But BYU is definitely not number 6 if we're going to go off the CFP rankings. But yeah, I'd say BYU's fake.
Let's see if I can come up with another one on the fly here. Travis Hunter wins the Heisman, real or fake?
I don't know. Because I think the most deserving player is Ashton Genty still.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter. The thing with Genty is he's carried Boise State through the entire season. Their one loss is at Oregon by a field goal.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good because he ran all over Oregon too.
I just worry
far and
about,
away the number 1 team in the country. So I think Genty's still the guy. It's just a matter of if enough people have watched him or have really taken notice. Or taking notice. But
will it take Boise State running the table for him to be in consideration?
Probably.
Will a loss knock him
I think
out?
he's guaranteed to be in New York, but I think a loss knocks him out of winning it.
Should it knock him out?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Will it? Probably, just because
I think Cam Ward's having that same problem right now.
Mountain West school.
Bless you. Yeah, this weather change is getting a hold of both your hosts right now.
I just think with Travis Hunter playing in the Big 12, which has been a horrible power conference, you could argue the Mountain West has been better.
Yeah. Bless you.
But even still, there's another one coming too. But
one in the chamber.
You take it. I can't talk.
Yeah, I just don't think, with them being in the Mountain West, they don't have the notoriety to, he doesn't have any big marquee games coming down the stretch. a rematch with
Until
UNLV,
conference championship,
in the conference championship game is the biggest matchup they're going to have.
But then again, Colorado might make the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, which
too,
then
so.
gives it right back to Travis Hunter. And if they keep, if Colorado keeps riding the ship, it's I think it's Travis Hunter's to lose at the moment.
Who should win it? Genty, in my opinion. Who will win it?
Probably Travis
Hunter, just because they've turned this individual award into a team award.
Yeah. So. See if I can come up with one more. Probably not. That's all I got right now.
We went through a few.
Yeah. Jump into the slate here. We got Clemson minus 11.5 at Pitt. 52.5 is the total. Pitt's kind of been exposed the last couple of weeks. Then again, so is Clemson. Yeah. I still, in what is a lackluster college football stadium, great NFL stadium.
Oh yeah.
Lackluster college football stadium. I think Clemson rolls big this week.
I'm the same way.
Kind of double down on that later.
There you go.
LSU 4-point favorite heading into the swamp. 54.5 is the total. We called what was going to happen to LSU last week. We knew the running quarterback would be a problem with them. I don't know if DJ is healthy.
I'm not sure either.
This could be a tough spot for LSU. I lean them covering, but I would not be surprised if Florida comes away with a dub here. I think Florida's better than they're getting credit for. I'm not sitting here saying they're some like powerhouse team or anything.
They're not a well-coached team at all, but they're very talented.
Which, I mean,
we were saying at the beginning of the season.
They're keeping him, so that's...
Well, they're keeping him through the season.
Yeah.
I don't think he's coaching the Florida Gators next season. Also, DJ Lagway, as of 24 hours ago, has practiced for the third straight day.
So we're probably going to be seeing
there's a good chance
a good mobile quarterback, and LSU who can't stop a running quarterback to save their lives. I still think it's just a little too much for the Gators.
I think so too. I like LSU in a fairly close one. I think Florida's going to be competitive for the majority of this game.
Tennessee goes into Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia. I wrote down 9.5. I think it's already moved to 10.5.
It's at 10.5. I'll get to that in a second.
Total 47.5. Looks like Nico is not going to be playing.
Yeah.
Which, if you're Georgia, you have no excuse to lose this game now.
Not at all.
Not that, you need to be looking down upon Tennessee. It's still a good football team with a great defense. I worry about what killed Georgia last week was Ole Miss's ability to stunt, and the inside zone scheme that Georgia runs seemed to cause a lot of problems. I think that was the bulk of what Georgia's offensive problems were against Ole Miss, and they took full advantage of it. And I worry Tennessee having a similar defensive front, you see more of the same. I like the under here.
I was just about to say I like Tennessee's defense to keep them in this game. I don't think either offense is particularly anything explosive. So I don't know what that number is, but it's definitely an under to check out, because I think this is going to be pretty defense heavy, especially on the Tennessee side.
Yeah. I didn't check the weather, but there's a chance it's sloppy there too, which we know last time Tennessee said that was the reason they got their doors blown off, was because it was raining, even though they were down 3 scores before a drop of rain dropped. That orange is ugly. Kansas goes to BYU, just like we were talking about. BYU 2.5-point favorite, 56.5 is the total. Does it finally happen this week?
I don't think so. I don't think a traveling Kansas team is quite built to go beat BYU in Provo. I think BYU wins this game, not in a blowout, but I think they win it fairly comfortably.
Yeah. Kansas has been putrid this year.
Yeah, which is disappointing, because I thought they were going to continue building, but
I mean, we've
Daniels
seen
still can't stay healthy, and they've fallen off the wayside. They're falling by the wayside a little bit.
I mean, BYU has not played strong the last 2 weeks,
but they're not playing a particularly strong opponent here.
Who did they play last week?
Utah.
Yeah, and then who did they have before that?
Good question. You'll probably beat me to it.
Will I?
Probably.
Yes, I will.
UCF.
And that was still pretty close. And then they played a close one with Oklahoma State.
Which, the laughingstock.
Yeah, I mean,
they're funny bad.
I I would not be surprised if Kansas pulled out a shocker here. I would not lean that way.
No.
I'd say under if I was going to do anything in this game.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I'm staying a long ways away from that.
Yeah, I just think BYU. Well, all they've done this season is find new ways to win. I think they're not even going to really have to find a crazy way to win this game. I think they're just going to maintain, whether it's close or not, maintain a lead throughout the middle of this game.
Hop in and do the pick six. I'll roll through mine real quick. I got Georgia Tech minus 8.5 against your NC State Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. That just seems like a good spot for Georgia Tech coming off a big win. But
we pointed this game out before the season started.
Yeah.
Talking about NC State because we both had them pretty high in the ACC before the season started. But we talked about that being a trap game now. I think Georgia Tech's just simply the better team.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't hate that pick at all, as much as it pains me to say.
Yep. I got Oregon minus 13.5 going to Wisconsin.
There you go.
Wisconsin's just not very good.
Yeah.
That's really all that boils down to. Got South Carolina after losing, picking against them last week. Figured I'd take them this week. 13.5-point favorites at home against Missouri. Missouri's putrid.
Yeah.
Quarterback's still hurt, I'm pretty sure. So let's go Cox.
Go Cox.
I'm going to take the South Florida Bulls 2.5-point favorites on the road against Charlotte. I think that's an incredibly low number for a team I was high on at the beginning of the year. Didn't really live up to what I was kind of hoping they would do this year, but I still think they're a much better team than Charlotte.
Definitely.
Go back to the SEC here. I got Texas 12.5-point favorites heading into Arkansas. I still don't love this Arkansas team. I think they've played better than anyone thought they would so far this year, and they've put teams in tough spots. I just think I think Texas rolls here.
Yeah.
And finally, I got Clemson minus 11.5 against Pitt. I don't like Pitt.
We got 6 different ones.
Hey,
there we go.
Also, I went 3-3 last week, so I don't know if you want to brag.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna go ahead and pat myself on the back. I went 5-1 last week with the pick 6. Hopefully, we'll continue more of that. Knowing me, probably not. We'll see. First one, I think I alluded to it earlier. ECU Tulsa tonight, getting ready to start in about 13 minutes. I like the over in this just because ECU, all they've done is hit overs lately. Tulsa, because of how wretched their defense is, has also been in some overs lately. I like, even though the number's at 63.5, give me the over until they prove me otherwise. I got Tennessee plus 10.5 at Georgia. I think Georgia wins this game, but I think, like I said earlier, Tennessee's defense keeps this one pretty close. So I like it kind of coming down to the wire, especially if it's going to be a mucky one, like you said. I got Washington State minus 10.5 at New Mexico. This Washington State team is very sneaky, still with an outside chance of making a playoff as an at-large if things fall their way. I don't see that happening, but I think they're a one-loss team, if I'm not mistaken, Washington State. They've been playing some good ball this year, even after getting left behind in the Pac-12. But, give me Washington State minus 10.5 at New Mexico. Georgia Southern minus a touchdown and a half, 7.5 at home against Troy. This Troy team, another one of the big disappointments of the college football season. It was kind of expected, but they've just been, I think, even worse than people expected. Give me Georgia Southern at home with a touchdown. That's fine.
Break it down in Statesboro.
Exactly. Colorado minus 11.5 at home against Utah. I think the environment's going to be too much for Utah. I think just strictly talent-wise, it's going to be too much for Utah. Utah's a better coached team, I think. Not knocking Dion at all, but Kyle Whittingham, one of the premier coaches in the country. The injury bug has bitten them hard. They had a dude who was either this morning or yesterday, one of their running backs hit the transfer portal. I guess just taking a red shirt the rest of the season. I like Colorado pretty comfortably in this game.
I almost took that one too. So I like Colorado this weekend.
And then I got UCLA money line at Washington, I believe. It might be in LA, but I'm pretty sure it's in Seattle. This UCLA team has been sneaky good all year, which is funny to say after the whole thing that they went to before the season, or went through the whole offseason after media day with their coach, not being able to say anything redeeming about their school whatsoever. Regardless, they've been playing some decent football, especially in the last few weeks. I like them to win outright at Washington.
I like it. A little money line play. Ain't nothing wrong
I got to
with it.
throw a money line in there somewhere, especially a dog money line.
Yeah. If you're still hanging out here, give us a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Give us a follow, retweet. Feel free to comment or leave questions in the chat. I'm just going to hand you the mic for the jerseys, honestly.
There we go.
I need my honey tea.
I'll hit a quick hitter on this one. Uniform matchup of the week. I'm calling it the old head special. USC bringing out their throwbacks, which is funny because when you look at USC's uniforms, you just think throwback anyways. But they're bringing out their throwback uniforms, I think, from the 70s at Nebraska.
The jerseys have been different.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't realize until I saw it today. I was like, okay, and they look clean too. But they're at Nebraska. That's just, again, that's the old head special. That's what a classic uniform matchup that is. My favorite uniform of the week is the Washington Blackouts. They're going straight black, chrome gold face mask on the black helmets. Oh, it's sweet. SMU's got a blackout this week as well. Utah and Cincinnati are both going white out, which we had another white out in one of last night's games, I think. Or was it? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But Western Kentucky and Boise State both rocking throwback helmets this week. That Boise State throwback helmet is one of my favorites in all of college football. And then just ECU tonight going black, white, white.
I like our look.
Solid combo, reminiscent of one Owen Daffer's game winner at Navy. We were wearing the same uniform combo for that game. So whenever we wear this uniform combo, that's what I think of. But that's all I got uniform wise. I don't know if we're hanging around for another couple minutes with the chat if there's anything been popping, but I'm gonna hold this in the middle if you want. You take it.
I really don't have much else.
I
really need my dogs to win this weekend so I don't off myself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of alcohol consumed Saturday night during that game.
I believe it.
A lot of alcohol. I don't know. Everything in my head's so Georgia-centric right at the moment.
Roll Pirates. We got a game in
Roll Pirates,
8 minutes.
exactly.
Playing Tulsa, we should just beat the piss
Hail
out of
to the
them.
Redskins. We're playing at 8:15. I got double duty tonight.
The Red Wings needed overtime to beat the Pens last night. So.
Red Wings, Redskins, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Pirates by 90.
Pirates by 90.
Might actually win by 90.
Yeah, this is. I think this is going to be a blowout.
We also would lose this game.
100. We could 100% lose this game, and we've seen us get absolutely jobbed out of away Tulsa trips before.
Yeah,
and we're gonna hope that the Americans not trying to pull more of the same here. So,
and I really ain't got much else. Another quick show this week. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up as well. Heard that helps.
Pray for our well-being as we're sitting here dying on this food.
Yeah. Sorry for the lack of energy, but we've definitely both felt better.
Yeah, you can say that.
Do we play Thursday next week too? I swear.
No,
all right, thank God.
We're done with Thursdays.
We'll be back to regularly scheduled program next Thursday, 8:00. Until then, we'll see y'all around. Let's go Pirates.